Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Yeah, so if this is the first time here at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we highly recommend subscribing to stay updated with our latest content. Hit the subscription button above, click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever we at the Jamaica Young Police channel release a video. Remember that this channel is not an entertainment channel. You know, entertainment channels give you an average between 10 to 15 minutes. This is not an entertainment channel, so you have to go elsewhere if you want entertainment. Remember to give this video a thumbs up because you will find it helpful and informative. Please remember to share the video with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, mama, papa, side chick or side man, and tell them to tell a friend about the Jamaica Young Police channel. You can join the Patreon squad. By doing so, you will gain access to exclusive content that cannot be played on YouTube due to various restrictions. To unlock this untapped collection of videos, click the link in the description box below. Joining our Patreon community allows you to explore contents that complies with laws, rules and regulations while avoiding disruption to our channel's functionalities. You'll be able to see videos and you'll see photographs, names of persons who have been killed and are still waiting on justice, like Rifle of the British crew, one of the British of the British crew, and you'll see the people who are involved in the killing of these men and others, including Douglas Chambers, who was killed by PMP criminal organization members, and it came from the top, and to date the person who have given that order has not been arrested and charged for that murder. So you can go to Patreon and you'll be able to see the face and name of those persons. So thanks for your continued support, and we look forward to providing you with exceptional content. So moving on to today's video. Yes, whether you love Vybz Kartel or not, you know, I wanted to know, we are the Jamaica Young Police and we already told you guys that that the United Privy Council was going to acquit Vybz Kartel of the murder charge. Yes, based on what happened with the court that the judge had heard. And the video is on the channel. And the reason why we said that, we are talking from a perspective of a experienced and seasoned detective who have investigated, you know, many cases over the years as, you know, as a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and we have seen where the judge error, but we have seen people blaming the Director of Public Prosecution. But you have to understand that those people who are blaming the Director of Public Prosecution, they have never collected a statement, they have never investigated a case, they have never arrested a person, or they have never arrested an accused person, and they have never been in the witness box to testify. So that's why we were able to say that. So now that the Privy Council has quashed Vybz Kartel's and the other convicted accused persons, I can tell you that whether or not you want to believe it, if you like him or not, I am just telling you right now that Vybz Kartel is going to walk based on the amount of years that he has spent in prison. So crime, you know, when you're a criminal in Jamaica, it pays. So whether or not you want to believe it or not, Vybz Kartel is going to walk, and he's going to walk shortly. But before we tell you why it's going to work, we're going to let you listen to some Jamaicans. You're going to hear from his lawyers, and you're going to hear from some commentators, legal commentators in Jamaica. And then we will get back and tell you why Vybz Kartel will be out before next week Friday. We're telling you that. And you can't take it to the bank. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
Conviction has to be quashed before you could have the question of a retrial. But the whole point is, as the judge said, the Court of Appeal is now going to decide if Kartel and the other three are going to be tried again. Yeah. In other words, this could, if the Court of Appeal says yes, there's going to be a retrial, this could start all over again from scratch in the Supreme Court, meaning selection of jurors, meaning presentation of the evidence, submissions, everything, everything that's involved in a new trial. So it's not over yet by a long shot. It is obviously a big victory for Kartel and his team because now they have another shot. But we have to wait for the Court of Appeal to see what it is they're going to decide, if they're going to say this needs to go to a retrial or not. If there's no retrial, then they would go free. But if there is a retrial, then the question is going to be, are they going to get out on bail or are they going to be held pending the retrial? So there are a lot of issues yet to be decided.
Yeah, so you know, that is one of Vybz Kartel fan, Diane Jackson Miller. And what she's saying is true because she's a trained lawyer. You know, she went to law school and she have her law degree, but she did. You know, she's not a practicing attorney, but she knows what she's what she's saying. You know, in regards to the outcome of the case and what the appeal court will do and what they will not do. So it's a wait and see thing. So we're going to let you listen to the other lawyers, the Bird Samuel and the likes, and then we're going to tell you, we're going to give you our take on this matter, because whether or not you want to believe it, Jamaica is one of the best places in the world if you're a criminal. If you want to have a criminal empire to be successful, you have to understand that the system is just stuck from top to bottom. And when we say from top, we attack from the top. In every levers of government, it starts from the top. So if you have a corrupt leader, don't expect say you're going to have below the leader. Thing is going to be hunky where it's going to be corruption all the way through. And you can see it. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
And we always know God and time. And we always know that God and time.
And the quash. One that has evoked a sense of joy from those representing the appellants. For one, Isaac Buchanan, attorney for a DJ Vybz Kartel Palmer, is loving every minute.
I'm very happy about that. It was a just decision, it was the right decision, and it was what was expected.
And as expectations reach fever pitch among supporters, the question among many is, what does it mean for Mr. Palmer and his team? Standing outside the Privy Council, just minutes after the judgment, Mr. Buchanan gladly responded.
What it means is that in the same guidance that they had sorted, the judges have the discretion now to deal with the matter at the local level, which is in keeping with judicial independence, in keeping with our independence and what our constitution speaks about.
Julian Malin's KC, who was a part of the legal team for Sean Storm Campbell, says the Privy Council made a sound judgment.
Well, I think it was entirely the right decision. They're on remand now, not convicted persons. So we regard this as a very big win.
Mr. Palmer is not a convict. He does not have a conviction. Mr. Sean Campbell does not have a conviction. Mr. Andre St. John is not convicted on this matter. And Mr. Keras Jones, his conviction is quashed on this.
Meanwhile, it's the hope of attorney Linda Hudson that the Court of Appeal considers all the relevant factors. One that immediately comes to mind:
the time that the appellants have spent in custody and also media publicity, etc. But I'm sure, I feel comfortable that the Court of Appeal will come to the right decision on that.
And in the event there's a retrial, Ms. Hudson says there's one question at the center of it all.
And whether a fair trial is at all possible.
There were some supporters of Mr. Palmer who were unstoppable. The men said they had to be at the Privy Council on Thursday for the judgment.
I know, say, there's not the 100% to say my man guilty them way there, to how they try to portray him. You understand? I'm not saying he's without sin, but there's a lot more to this, and them not giving no justice.
When you look at the evidence and how the court deal with it in Jamaica, you can see it was an unsafe conviction, you know, and a lot of violation of rights. And here in the UK, they deal with your rights.
Ramarda Lyons, TVJ News.
God and time.
Means that the convictions have been quashed. It isn't best case scenario because there will be remittance to the Court of Appeal for consideration as to whether or not there should be a retrial. It's not what we wanted, wholesomely, but we are grateful that justice was served in that the Privy Council found that there was injustice in respect of the jury tampering issue, and we are happy that that result, that was the result of the Court of Appeal. But we have a challenge ahead of us in respect of the retrial issue, and so that's why you're not seeing me jumping up and down at this time, though we are grateful that the conviction was quashed.
This conviction, which has been worldwide, it is broadcast by media throughout the world, has been quashed. This is as a result of hard work. The reasons for quashing the case in the Privy Council, we argued those very grounds before the Court of Appeal of Jamaica, who turned us away. Therefore, the final Court of Appeal has vindicated and made the efforts that we have made, that we had an arguable case. We were alarmed when the Jamaican Court of Appeal did not take that jury point. And it took another court to say there was a breach of the constitutional rights of Sean Campbell. We are thinking that this is an instructive judgment. It ought not to have had to go to the Privy Council. It should have been stopped by the trial judge. If not, it should have been stopped by the Jamaican Court of Appeal. And therefore, the men who have been convicted for 10 years, and one day today, the 14th of March, they will live again for a retrial consideration.
Which means that the convictions have...
Those of you in St. Thomas, you know what to do. Just send up to prayer and re-up the gathering, you know? So, all my peoples in St. Thomas, y'all know what it is. It's that time, so I'm going to cut the live. Live did nice, you know, but y'all join me later tonight. So if you're in Jamaica, 5.
Yeah, so, you know, the recent decision by the United Kingdom Privy Council, you know, which is our final Court of Appeal in the judicial system when it comes on to Jamaican rights. And the reason why we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we support it because we have colleagues who were convicted of murder in Jamaica, lost the appeal at the local level, and were acquitted at the United Kingdom Privy Council. And the reason, that's one of the main reasons why we believe it should be the final Court of Appeal for us as Jamaicans. Because, honestly, to be frank, we have a very corrupt system. And I'm going to respond to another blogger that have been talking all kind of crap about the Jamaican that we need to be independent and go it alone. Before we even continue the Vybz Kartel thing, for us to become this independent country, like as Jamaica, as independent and giving that free reign, as like Singapore, where we are in charge of ourselves when it comes on to justice. I don't see that because, to be frank, right now we cannot expect any changes from these people that are there right now. And when we say that, we say it without any apology. We attack the Prime Minister and the opposition leader. None of them, as one of our loyal viewers and subscribers that says that one is the least worst. One is worse and one is the least worse. So it's just that one of the meat is, stink and the other one is stinker. So both meat stink. So we don't see, those who talking about we get rid of Privy Council and we go at it and we start to build a nation. I don't see Jamaica building in a nation. The only thing we have been doing is building corruption, my friends. I am telling you that. That's all we have been doing. That's all Jamaica have been very successful in doing, is building corruption since 1989. And we don't see any Edward Seaga or any Moses to save us right now. So I don't know if that person or persons is there, because the 63 people that we have in Parliament, they are all corrupt. Except on the one person we can really say that name has never mentioned in any form of corruption or criminality is Warmington. Yes, Everall Warmington. Whether you like him or not, we cannot say anything else about the others. You understand? Favour Williams, but you know how it is. So moving on. So as we, so the recent decision by the United Kingdom Privy Council to quash the conviction of Vybz Kartel and his co-accused for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams raises significant questions about the integrity of the trial and the judicial process in Jamaica. The ruling is based on the grounds of a judge's error in handling the juror misconduct and other procedural irregularities, underscore the importance of upholding fairness and due process in legal proceedings. One would argue that this case, this is a win-win for Vybz Kartel in every way. So it's a win for criminality, because they are the one that tamper with the juror and the trial judge error, in which the judge allowed the juror, 10 jurors to continue with the matter. So the trial judge had error, so it's the judge's fault. Cannot blame the director of public prosecution. So, that's where we're at. And we can tell you that, as we said before in the previous video, when the appeal was going on in England, that Vybz Kartel is going to walk. Before next week, Friday, he's going to be either on bail or he's going to be fully acquitted by the Jamaica Court of Appeal. Because remember, Bert Samuels didn't involve in this case. Yes, the appeal case. Remember, he's the one that effectively, with the brown paper bag, Chief Justice Brian Lego Sykes, and he was able to walk away from that murder case. So you have to understand everything that Vybz Kartel is doing. He has been winning, yes, but some people would say, how many years he have to live, and how long he's going to live if he's out there, because that he have so many enemies. But I don't know who's going to bodyguard him or protect him, but that he have so many goons out there waiting to. Yeah, so when Vybz Kartel get out, we don't know who's gonna get him first, whether it's the laws of nature, or one of his enemies. He have so many enemies because he have made so many people cry. So the allegation of telecommunication evidence being obtained in a manner that breach constitutional rights to privacy, as well as concern about the jury mishandling and the rush to reach a verdict, highlight systemic flaws that need to be addressed within the justice system. However, the law lords in England, they didn't even look at that, the tampering of the phone, they were using the phone to make a big argument and stuff like that. But that wasn't even, none of the the appeal that the defense attorney, Bert Samuels and all those guys submitted. The reason why Bert Samuels didn't fly to the United Kingdom because he knew that he didn't have to be there. And I don't know if Bert Samuels can travel to the United Kingdom because I know that Uncle Samad took away his visa. Bert Samuels doesn't have any visa. His visa was revoked when Barack Obama was president. Yes. So while the decision to quash the conviction offers some relief to Vybz Kartel and his co-accused, it is also raising important considerations about the pursuit of justice for the victim and their family. The possibility of a retrial adds another layer of complexity to an already contentious case, and it is crucial for the Court of Appeal to carefully consider all aspects before proceeding further. And we are go right out on a limb and tell you that Vybz Kartel is going to walk. This case is done. It's over. This is not up to the Director or Public Prosecutor to retry him. That is not going to happen. Reason being, I'm telling you, we have a corrupt justice system in Jamaica. It's money run things in Jamaica, we are telling that. Brown paper bag. Don't think that Vybz Kartel is not prepared for this day. You understand? $10 million, $20 million, easy money that for him, because he has been making millions behind bars. You understand? So, that brown paper bag, yeah, they deliver already. Bert Samuels. And if the police them watching him, there is nothing that they can do when he visit any one of these judges on the Court of Appeal and deliver the brown paper bag. So I am telling you, there's not going to be any retrial. This case is done. So this is where we are right now in Jamaica. That's how it is, The guys who play by the rules are the guys that get shafted. And that's how it is. So this development underscores the need for transparency, accountability, and the adherence to legal principle in all stages of the judicial process. Lessons from this case must be learned to prevent similar miscarriage of justice in the further and protect and uphold the rights of all individuals involved in legal proceedings. The situation surrounding Vybz Kartel's murder conviction and subsequent appeal raises serious concern about the integrity of the judicial process and the rule of law in Jamaica. We already told you that they were going to overturn of his conviction due to allegation of with the juror, the corruption of one of the jurors, and then the other juror who was threatened, and then it ended up in 10. And, we told you, so the revelation of tampering and bribing and manipulation of the case cast doubts on the trial's fairness and impartiality. It erodes public trust in the judiciary and raising questions about the extent of the corruption within the legal system. Vybz Kartel will be a free man. We are telling that no, if not buts. This case is done. You can't take it to the bank. So while Vybz Kartel and his co-accused may have a chance to reclaim their freedom, the implication of this decision extend beyond their individual cases. It undermines the pursuit of justice for the victim and his family and call into question the legitimacy of past convictions. So Bert Samuels, a prominent defense attorney's involvement in alleged nefarious practices further underscore the need for accountability and transparency within the legal profession. Corruption within the justice system cannot be tolerated, and those responsible must be held to accountable for their actions. So moving forward, Jamaican authorities must conduct a thorough investigation into the allegation of misconduct and ensure that the judicial process is free from interference and corruption. Restoring public trust in the justice system is essential for upholding the rule of law and promoting a fair and equitable society. So as we tell you, Vybz Kartel will be free next week on bail. as the United Kingdom Privy Council quashed Vybz Kartel's conviction on March 14, 2024. This decision came after an appeal arguing juror misconduct during his initial trial in 2014. So we tell you that Jamaica is the best place to be a criminal, where criminals rule. The Privy Council ruled that the judge's decision to allow the juror who allegedly attempt to bribe others to remain on the jury violate Kartel's right to a fair trial. So him tamper with the jury pool, and him get the win from it. So I saw it go. I understand why some people are upset about that, but it's a judge's error. You understand? The judge know that just by tampering with it. You see, in the United States of America, something like that, they would just replace the juror them. You understand? But whether them did replace the juror or not, we have to tell us that they would have find something for free Vybz Kartel. You understand? You have to understand how the system is operating. Especially it's when you come on to people who are rear admirals. Trust me, their connection go wide, far and wide. Isaac Buchanan, Bert Samuels, all of the people them in a rear admiral club. Is that them people that are very powerful, Them have, you understand? Them have connection in places, high places. If you notice Vybz Kartel, Vybz Kartel, look out for rear admiral like what he used to do, He more join with them now. Just like Buju Banton, so you have to understand. Them know the thing going, because these are rear admiral, them say them special, because some bright people, them. You understand? So once them like you look out for you can't go wrong. So this means that, although Kartel is no longer considered a convicted felon, he still could face a retrial for the murder. And we tell us him now go face none. Jamaican courts will decide whether or not to proceed with a new trial. However, I am betting that Vybz Kartel is going to be free. Remember that the lawyer who is behind the case is none other than Bert Samuels, the man who is the author of the Brown Paper Bag operation, and the judges and the Court of Appeal in Jamaica will oblige, come one of these days. Vybz Kartel hands are all over tampering with the jury, and the judge who was presiding over the matter fell asleep on the job, which is what happened. Vybz Kartel, along with his fellow convicted murderers, may soon find themselves acquitted from the charges. Right now, they are free. Vybz Kartel is not Vybz Kartel is not a convicted murderer or a convicted felon. I'm free. So it's just that whether to proceed or not to proceed, and that I appeal court and them are free him because I'm in jail for 10 years. That's how it go at them thing there, So they both the slave them now. Them all let him go, because them all say, the overseer them say, the judge error and this and that, and them all come out and say, well, better, we're free 1,000 guilty person than make one innocent man go to prison. So that's why the man make Vybz Kartel walk. The defense did not present undeniable evidence of tampering, nor bribery and manipulation of the case, causing serious doubt on the previous conviction. The court was left with no charge but to reassess the entire trial. Lawyers argue that the accused men were unjustly implicated and the truth was manipulated to secure a conviction. Even Bert Samuels argued that the judge rushed the juror that wasn't even a point of contention by the law lords. Them just work with the juror that the amount of juror that should be on the jury was not there. So them violate his rights. So the judge, everything go right back to the judge. It's not the witnesses, not the tampering of the juror, is the judge fall asleep on the bench. You cannot do that, that's why we are still doing it. You see in Jamaica, when people appointed to jobs that they are not qualified for, this is what happened. Yes, this is what happened when you have people appointed to jobs or given jobs that they are appointed and they are not qualified for, that is what happened. If the judge had known the job as a judge when you're on the bench, what to do and what not to do, and the amount of jurors that are supposed to be on the jury, then this wouldn't happen. So that's how it is. So many people who have jobs, especially in the government in Jamaica, they're not in the job because they are qualified. They're in the job because of connection, nepotism, corruption. So that's what happened. So this judge never know what he was doing. And it's just simple as that. That's why Vybz Kartel works. So it's, the chance of you even going to a hospital in a Jamaica and the specialist, I say really a specialist, it can be not even a specialist, it can be even the reporter, or it can be the groundsman, them turning a doctor, because so it go to Jamaica, we I tell you, look how much time them turn soldier in the police and them on the police. So nothing more than that, we I tell you. So many believe that this case is just the tip of the iceberg, exposing a corrupt system. Vybz Kartel and the co-accused, they might get the chance to reclaim them freedom and restart them life. But what does this decision mean for the victim family? Has justice been indeed served? So these questions remain unanswered, leaving many in fear and uncertainty. The ripple effect of this corruption and unveiling will undoubtedly impact the entire judicial system and its credibility. So stay tuned for more updates on this shocking twist in the Vybz Kartel murder case. So thank you for watching, and please remember, stay tuned to the Jamaica Young Police channel. One thing that we can say that if you appoint people to a job or give somebody a job because of nepotism and cronyism, corruption, this is what will happen. If the judge that was on the bench that was in charge of Vybz Kartel trial knew what he should have done and shouldn't do, then this would not happen. But that's how it is. This is because Jamaica is a corrupt society and everything in Jamaica is corrupt. People just put them friend in high places. I was talking with a man that work at a certain Ministry of Health, and he told me that he had to do the job for the person who was in charge of him, and he ended up quit the job. And then the same person that after he had quit the job, that person they had to fire a person. That person didn't know what they were doing. Political connection, and that's how they get the job. So you see, the corruption in Jamaica is rampant. As a man says that, some people say that this government is the least corrupt. How about we get a government that is not corrupt? How about that? It is sad though, but why the hope for Jamaica? As I was talking to one of my, someone that who used to work at INT, in the Jamaica Defence Force, they are saying that you still cannot give up on Jamaica based on what we are seeing happening. But God help those who help themselves. If you expect that God is going to come down and help us, well, dog name a supper. Remember that we did not get freedom as a people from slavery because the white men them love we. It's because our ancestors gave them life, them blood, sweat and tears for us to have this. And now to see that the same black man that our ancestors given them blood, sweat and tears for, we see that them have in a corruption and corrupt the people. And they're not leading the people. They're only making it worse for the people. But look, by destroying the same people, they know that the people them are destroyed that for them children are mixed around them. But just wait, one day, everything is going to return to sender. So as we say, we'll at the end of this video, whether you like Vybz Kartel or not, this is it for him. And him know when him go to the street, him have to decide what he want to live. Or if him enemies them are forgive him, or if people will be coming at him. To let and see how long him going to last out there. But we know next week this time, Vybz Kartel will be out on bail. Brown paper background things in Jamaica. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.